In this first video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up and deliver the first dose of your Saxenda. You will have received a sharps box, a number of single-use sterile needles and the pen itself. The first thing I want to do is to talk about the pen itself. If you actually look at the little window here, this window tells you the dose that can be administered, and the dial at the end helps you to dial up the dose that you wish to give. Everybody starting on Saxenda is always prescribed a dose of 0.6 milligrams per day for the first week. All you need to do to dial up that dose is to simply turn the dial until you're on 0.6. If you do go past that dose, it's easy just to bring it back down to 0.6 there. So now you've dialed up the dose, I want to show you the medication. You can clearly see this in the clear glass vial where the medication is. The next thing I'm going to do is just to show you how to attach a needle. Take one of your single-use sterile needles and remove the sterile foil. Take the pen and the needle, marry the two together and press it on. Twist it round until you can't twist any further and remove the outer cap. But please retain this cap because you'll be using it to remove the needle safely in a short while. You'll then see that there is a second protective cover over the needle. Just remove that, which can be discarded straight away. You'll then be able to see how small this needle actually is. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to administer the drug. So for the purpose of me demonstrating how to inject the medication into yourself, I'm going to be using these demonstration devices sent to us by Novo Nordisk, who are the actual manufacturers of Saxenda. The demonstration pen itself does not contain the drug Saxenda, but it does actually contain a clear sterile fluid. And all I'm going to do is dial up the dose, as we did on the other demonstration video, to 0.6. We've already got the needle in place, so the needle is now ready to be administered. I'm going to be using this little triangle which mimics human skin. It's important to inject anywhere where you can pinch excess fat. So that might be on the stomach, and make sure that you move the injection site on a daily basis. It might be on the flanks here, it might be on the thighs, anywhere where you have actual excess fat. Take hold of the pen and holding it at 90 degrees, but holding it up so that you can actually see the dial-up window. Place the needle very, very gently, first of all, onto the skin, and then very slowly and carefully push the needle into the skin and push a little bit further so it's nicely pressed in tightly. I'm then actually going to put my finger on the end of the plunger, and I'm going to deliver the dose and start counting, and then I'll tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. So pressing down but keeping my finger on the plunger. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Going to release the plunger. I'm going to jiggle the pen a little bit and very slowly remove the needle. So let me now just explain what you actually watched. When I actually pressed the plunger, you heard a click, click, clicking, and the dial went back to 0. That's indicating that the dose is actually being administered. What also happens each time you use the plunger in the vial here will move slightly forward, indicating that the medicine is being pushed out into the tissue. The reason why we keep our finger on the plunger for a count of 6 is just to ensure that all of the medication in the dose is delivered and nothing is wasted. The little jiggle at the end is to ensure that every last little drop is left inside the tissue. In this video, I'm going to show you how to safely remove the needle and discard it. Using the needle cap from earlier, place it back over the needle and simply untwist. Carry on twisting until the needle comes completely off. Place that down for a moment, because the first thing I want you to do is recover the medication so that you keep that nice and safe and clean. So holding the needle at the narrow end, which is really important, take the sharp spin, push the fat end through the safeguard and push it through.